guys, Dayla Weeks here with Mike Wicker, 5-star defensive back prospect from Southern Lab. During the intro, please subscribe below. So Mike, now that you're a 5-star prospect, we would really like to see you run us through your favorite play.
So this play that I'm running, I'm at the strong safety coming in. This play is called pump. This is one of my strong safety me. Come down, I walk down, play this in on the cadence. This end will be going in. This tackle be here, this tackle be here, this end be cutting in. This sound will be over this tight end, this tackle. The Mike will be playing in the middle. This free safety is rolling over the top because we start with 2 high safeties. This safety will be rolling over the top playing in the middle because this strong safety, me, myself, I'm going. This corner will be locked up and this corner will be locked up. And this play is also, again, called pump.
Okay. How successful, what is your success rate with this play and for your defense overall?
For my defense overall, I feel like this is, out of DBs, our defensive back, this is our top percentage tackle play.
So you guys do this play a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll be right back for this commercial.
In Louisiana, football is year-round. At Louisiana Gridiron Football, we're more than just a magazine. Our mission is simple: bring you the inside scoop on the teams that matter most to you. Go to LouisianaGridironFootball.com and subscribe today.
So Mike, we would like to know kind of your history in football, when you got started, what made you want to play?
When I first started football, I was 6 years old. I started off as a lineman. I played for the Baton Rouge Rams. They played me all over the field, but I started off as a lineman. And even as a lineman, in the lineman position, I was 50 pounds. I still led the game. I said, Coach, I'll play whatever you need me to play. I started off on the B team, worked my way up to the A team, played quarterback, running back, receiver. I played it all. I just always had a passion for the game. For the game, it's like I like to compete. Competing, that's one of my core things about playing the game. And I'm also a leader, like on and off the field, in the classes, just all through life. I was trained to be a leader growing up in life. So I feel like playing this game gave me an opportunity to be a great leader on and off the field.
So it sounds like you have a lot of experience, even playing other positions. What do you think, what advantage does that give you over maybe other players that haven't really played on offense?
Especially in the cornerback position, when I walk down to play the cornerback position, I can read routes. Like if I see if a receiver lined up in the inside, I know he got a corner route or out route. Or if he lined out outside, he can't run nothing but a go route or a post or a dig.
So you would say it's easier to read their plays?
Read their plays, yes,
okay. And what do you think makes you the 5-star prospect that you are today? What makes you stand out?
What makes me different from everybody else, like I said, I love competing and my leadership traits. I'm a leader. Like I said, on and off the field in the classrooms, all the kids, when I see them, a lot of kids want to fit in and do what everybody else doing. But when I see them, I say, no, do the right thing. Because, they can take you a long way rather than just doing what's fun to get by at the moment.
What do you think made you a good leader? You've talked about how you're a leader on and off the field. What do you think makes a good leader? What's made you a good leader?
What's made me a good leader? Honestly, it's not in myself that I wouldn't say I'm a good leader. Well, I heard that I'm a good leader. I went to this leadership camp. My school selected me out of the whole school.
Wow.
They selected me to go to Washington, D.C. for this leadership development program to support our school and to show out. So I went there for the leadership camp. When I was in 8th grade, I went to the leadership camp in Texas. I just been selected for a lot of different leadership events at my school. I was the president of the Beta Club, vice president of the History Club. I did a lot of things around the school, and now I'm the captain of the defense.
Okay. You mentioned a big leadership trip that you took to Washington, D.C. That sounds pretty significant. Kind of elaborate on that.
Well, this trip was basically like they picked the top students from their school because, I'm a 4.0 student, so they picked the top students from their school to go represent them all over the country. So they had kids from Arkansas. We met different people. Like, we only had 4 kids from Louisiana, and it was me from my school that went there, and like 4 of the students from Louisiana who went down with me. And our sponsor, she made me the leader of our group. and we had to come up with a mission statement and a goal to help the community. Like, what would you do to help your community? And they would fund us a decent amount of money to do this. And we won it because I made a short clip, a video about how can we decrease like drug violence and drug abuse. So basically, in the video that they told us to make, they was asking us what in our community is a huge problem that we can help fix. And in my community, I feel like dealing with drug violence and drug abuse for young teens and gang violence was a huge thing. And basically we made a video about what can we do to change and what can we do to help to stop this in my community. And with my mom being a councilwoman, I used her as our sponsor, and she said she'll help us. And my father being a pastor, we use this church as a place that we can launch these different things, these organizations. And we put a video together, and we basically won the competition, the leadership and the leadership development program.
That's really impressive. So you really took an idea and kind of put it into action.
Yeah.
You thought of something, and instead of just talking about it, you really went out and did it. What impact do you think that had on the community, or for you?
Well, for me as a person, I feel great in myself. I feel like that brought me from a different place where I was, because I was really in a hard place trying to find myself, dealing with a lot of things that was going on, personal things that was going on. But I feel like they helped me a lot. Like, I love helping people and being a leader, so I feel like they helped me grow as a leader. And as in the community, we have a lot of young guys and young girls who are young ladies that are coming to our church now, just looking for help. And I felt like that played a huge role with that.
So yeah, that's considered community service. It's a big part of community service, and I'm sure you do some things with your mom and with your dad being in the church. Kind of talk more about that.
So basically, with my father being a pastor, I'm of course the youth leader of the church, and I also lead the choir in my church. So we do a lot of events for the youth. We just had a youth lock-in when basically they have boys and girls were separated, but when we come tonight, we come in one night and we do like praise and worship, and we talk about the word and what's right and what's wrong. Talk about a lot of different things in life, drugs, sex, different things, and just the right thing to do in life. And I feel like that helped a lot of kids. I brought a lot of my teammates and my friends and my sisters and them. They brought a lot of young ladies in to help them, and we talked about this, and we just had a lot of fun.
So you mentioned bringing your teammates in, so that really kind of incorporates brotherhood in your leadership. You're wanting to get them involved, and also not only get them involved with the church, but the whole community service aspect, and really getting you guys ingrained in community service.
Right. Just with my brotherhood at the school, we have a strong brotherhood. We have a strong bond. So I feel like that helped them a lot. My brothers, we just finished cleaning up the school, helping clean the schools. Like, I feel like this year is the strongest we ever been as a brotherhood. Like, we just help with the school. We moving desks, moving just anything that we can do to help. Because I feel like as a leader on the team, it's our responsibility to take care of our school and to show the younger guys like what's the right thing to do.
You've mentioned you have a very high GPA and school accolades. Kind of talk a little bit about that.
Well, basically, I finished off the year with a 3.8. I was maintaining between a 3.5 and a 4.0, 4.2, because I took honors classes, 4.2 throughout the whole year. But my average grade was a 3.8 when I finished. And like I said, I took a lot of honors classes, advanced math, and all these different classes. Advanced Spanish, I'm bilingual as well. And it's just a lot going on. But I've made provost list, dean list, and principals list.
And you also said you were in some clubs or a leader in some clubs?
Well, actually, I'm the president of the Beta Club, and I was the vice president of the History Club.
And you said you're taking your ACT this summer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So being that you're so talented, not only in sports, but also have really high academic accolades, what do you think is the key to success for bringing both of those together, making the leap from high school to college and really having to focus on both?
Well, first off, with trying to deal with sports and my grades and all these leadership things, I put God before everything else, and it just falls intact. And then, after this, you have a strong support system, my family, and I just appreciate them so much for carrying me through all this. My mom, my dad, always been there for me. My sisters always showing me love, helping me out no matter what I was going through. And just staying in the books, they always pushed me to do the right thing. And like they always told me, Mike, you're not like everybody else. You're not the average 17-year-old. You gotta be better.
Mm.
And that was always just a great motivation for me. And I appreciate that so much out of my family.
Do you think that having such a supportive family, friends, church atmosphere really pushed you and kind of molded you to be into not only the 5-star prospect, but really the person you are today?
I feel like that played a huge role in my life in myself, like as a character development myself. I feel like I started off as a kind of cocky, snobby guy, and I just became a great leader. And I feel like it humbled myself. I had to humble myself a lot and grow as a young man, and become who I am today, because they taught me, like, without God, what would you be? Without, like, the people who helping you get to this place, what would you be? Like, you got to think about all the things that is around you. Don't think about just yourself, because I was always caught up in, especially when I first started blowing up there, like, think about this. What would you be if it wasn't for your support system? Where would you be if it wasn't for God bringing you here? Because there was a lot going on.
Yeah. What do you think your coaches would have to say about you? I'm sure they know about, obviously, everything you do on the field, but I'm sure they're also, cognizant of everything you do outside of football as well.
Well, my coach, Daryl Asbury, he's a great coach. He's a great influence. But the one thing he's always said, and that stuck with me as a student athlete, is, always take care of your books. And first, he's teaching us to become a man, not just an athlete. He's training us up as young men, not just to play sports. He's teaching us how to respect young women, respect ourselves, and stay out the streets. He always tells us before we break off, stay out those streets, you guys. It's not for everybody. It's not good for yourself. Y'all have a purpose. Do something with it.
Yeah. So talking about college, what do you want to major in?
I want to major in business and get a degree in law as well.
A law degree. And since it's the off season, what is your one skill that you really want to perfect for the upcoming season?
For this upcoming season, I plan on gaining at least 10 more pounds. I'm sitting at 175 right now. I'm trying to get up to 185 by the time the season starts. And just staying in between that, because I'm sitting at the 4.4 range right now. I'm trying to get to at least the 4.3 range, 4.38, and the low 4.4.
So you just mentioned a little bit of your stats. Kind of elaborate and tell us about your stats.
So this last summer, I've been going to a couple of camps. At UL Lafayette, I clocked the 4.4, and that's just the first camp I ran this summer. But besides that, that's it.
Yeah. What is your main goal for the upcoming year for yourself and for your team?
Well, we plan on first off getting a state championship, and I helping these younger guys move on in life, get better, and for me, get my degree, graduate, and get my high school diploma and move on to a better place, wherever I feel like it's the best place for me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any colleges interested in you or looking at you so far?
Well, I've been talking to UL Lafayette, ULM, Northwestern, Southeastern, Southern, these different schools, a lot of different schools I've been talking to.
Okay. And do you have any hobbies, anything you do? I know you do a lot, but anything else that you haven't mentioned that you do?
Besides community service, these different clubs that I'm president of, I sing.
You said you're the choir leader,
I'm
correct?
the leader at my father's church. I'm the leader of the choir, and at the school, I'm the leader of the choir.
Okay. And what is something that you think people would find interesting that they might not know about you?
One thing that they'll find interesting.
Could be anything.
I'm very sensitive when it comes down to my friends. Like, if I feel like one of my friends not doing what's best for them, not living up to their full potential, like, that really hits me to the heart. Because I know you can do better. So I feel like that's something that's really, really different about me. Because I have strong compassion about my friends and just different people.
All right. Well, once again, this is Day of the Weeks here with Mike Wicker. It was a pleasure to have you, 5-star recruit. Be sure to subscribe below and get our new 2020 recruiting edition.